So one of our biggest challenges as online course creators is to find the profits with our online courses. So it's not just selling courses, it's where's the profit and which things should I be doing to find the profits. So this is related to a whole new workshop series of audios that I am doing that I want to share with you. And I thought today I could give you a sneak peek preview into all of the free audios that are available. So let's get to it. Let's jump in. Can't wait to share these with you.
Welcome to the Course Creators HQ podcast, helping you navigate the latest techniques for creating and marketing online courses. And now, here's your host, Julie Hood.
Hey, welcome. I can't believe we've got episode 186, all about finding new profits. And I need to give you the big picture here so you can completely understand what's going on. So I have pulled together some recordings from 6 of my good friends and experts, and some new friends too, actually. And I picked them specifically because I wanted them to share with you some secrets about how to create your profits from your online courses. So this is on more of the sales side of things, of getting in front of your students and making all of the things that you have to do easier and faster and better. So I pulled together these experts, and we're doing a version of what Wendy Breakstone teaches. She calls it a micro audio summit, and I'm actually doing my own version of that. So you can check out her process if you're interested, but it's a series of audios specifically tied to helping you find profits. And I've created a whole workbook for you. We're going to be going through these sessions together over the next few weeks. And there's going to be not only special offers from the guests, but also I have some incredible special offers and some things that I am giving away and sharing with you. So it's going to be so much fun to get to connect and work with you over, it's probably actually going to be 6-7 weeks, something like that. So if you have not signed up yet, please go get the full access. Audios are available now that you can jump in and watch. And so you need to go to coursecreatorshq.com/podcastcpw. So that's podcastcpw, or just check the links in the show notes. That will give you access where you can just sign up and get a hold of all of these audios and the workbook, and everything it's all on one page for you. So the other thing we are doing is setting it up so that you have your own private podcast, so that it will keep the audios all in one place for you and keep track of like which ones have I listened to, which ones have I not. So you can also jump in and sign up for that. But first go to Podcast CPW and get on the list, and then you'll get the links to all of this stuff. So I've included a lot of stuff. I'm going to try to help you navigate as you're going through so that it doesn't feel like it's overwhelming. But there is a lot here. There's a lot that the experts have shared with us, and a lot of different places that you could focus. So I don't expect you to do all of this immediately right now and jump in. It's going to be kind of a, let me dip my toe into these different ideas and then figure out which ones are the best place for me to focus. And I specifically asked the experts in the interviews, where do we start? So that I did that intentionally because I wanted you to be able to do the first steps of their ideas, and then you could dig deeper if you decide it's a good place for you to focus. Okay, so I also want to share with you, like, what is the content in here? What are these 7 ideas and how can you use them? So the first one is all about private podcasts with Lindsay Padilla of helloaudio.com. And obviously this is a private podcast opportunity for you to get to experience what that's like. But she has the software that is the ultimate for creating your own private podcast. And one of the big secrets that she shared that I'll share with you is there are folks now who are considering courses that really get excited when they realize the course content is available in a podcast so that they can be listening using their podcast software. So I'm sure you understand, like, you're a podcast listener, you get it, you know how convenient it is, how you can listen anywhere you want. But imagine if you took your lessons from your course and you put those into a private podcast for your students to listen to. It would so much encourage them to actually finish the course and to actually jump in and execute and do the stuff, because getting through the course is easier. So that was just one of a bunch of ideas that she shared, but I thought that was pretty brilliant. So check out helloaudio.fm and then check out this session with Lindsay Padilla where we talked about private podcasts. And then the second session was also, these were all so good, guys. I really want you to get a hold of them and get a hold of the gifts from each of these experts. The second one was with a new expert that I just met this year. She was recommended to me from a friend of mine, and her name is Samantha Hoilett, and she helps people with their messaging. And what was great about this, I mean, I've been studying messaging for so long, so a lot of it is very repetitive for me, but she has some unique angles and some really good approaches to how you should think about your messaging. And a lot of times it will be these kind of duh moments where I'm like, oh, that's so obvious. How did I not think about that? And why didn't that occur to me? So I really am thrilled to be able to share her with you. And here's one of the secrets that she gave us. Samantha gave us her 5 different steps to better messaging, and you really need to hear them all. But the one of them that I really liked was she told us how to have a unique point of view and kind of why that's important. So make sure you get a hold of her free gift, which is her email bold messaging diaries that she sends out, and they're really good. So make sure you get not only her interview, but then also on her list. And then number 3 is my good friend Lou Bortone, which you've heard from him on the podcast in the past, but he walked us through Descript and how incredible Descript is. I knew I really liked the tool, but I had no idea of all of the features that were built in and that you could use with it. And probably the most enlightening one for me is that you can actually record your course videos and record your content inside Descript. So you don't have to use a different tool. You can use a Descript to record, and then you can also do the editing by transcript. So if you've ever tried to do video editing before, it's complicated and time consuming, and being able to just edit the text and like take out the filler words and take out sections just by the transcript words is such a huge time saver. So get a hold of that training. I actually put the video on there for you because he walks us through the software. So get on the list so you can watch that. And then he also has a video guide so that you can use his video guide all about AI video. So get a hold of those 2 things from Lou. And then our next guest was my good friend Jana Osofsky, and she always has such interesting messaging and very concise but helpful ideas. So for this interview, she talks about multiple things, but for this interview in particular, we were focused on Pinterest and how you can use Pinterest to find your students. And the big thing for me with Pinterest that she talked about is how you need to pay attention to the keywords and do your keyword research inside Pinterest. It doesn't have to be hard. It's not real time consuming. It's just a piece of the puzzle that you usually don't think about when you're like, oh, I'm just going to pin some images into Pinterest. But when you get that right, when you get the keywords right and you get your content right, it becomes a long-term source of leads for you. So it's more like a search engine than a social media tool. So the cool thing is Jana gave us an entire masterclass on getting started with Pinterest that you can grab for free and get a hold of that. Hear her secrets. She is the guru for me for using Pinterest. I've learned so much from her. So check out Jana's interview and get her free masterclass. And then next up, we had Ellen Finkelstein from Change the World Marketing. And of course, Ellen was there to talk to us all about email. And she has such a unique way of connecting with her audience in her email newsletters that I wanted to have her share some of those secrets with us. And she talked about how she is able to share more things with her audience because of the way her email newsletter is set up and the way it's created. And I've not seen anyone else that does it quite as savvy as whatever the word is there, that does it quite as well as she does. So we dug deep into kind of her approach and how she does things. And she talked about how she tells stories to her audience. And when she does daily emails, which is a lot, I don't expect most people to do that. So you don't necessarily have to use that approach, but she talks about how she uses stories and what a good connection builder that is for her email list when she can jump in and pull them in with just a story almost about nothing sometimes. So check out Ellen and get her 10 ideas on how to connect with email. She's giving away a free gift for you there, so you can get that too. So loved her connections and her ideas for us. And then the last session is going to be from me. And this one isn't out there yet because I'm wanting to wait just a little bit and share it. And it's going to be about my favorite AI tools to help you with your marketing and sales and walking you through where to start, what to use, what you need to do. So we'll have that one coming further on down the line. But the other interviews are all up and running. You can go catch them now, take some notes, grab the workbook, get a hold of these ideas because they are cutting edge, new things that I haven't heard in a lot of places. Plus, they're all very easily listened to in your own private podcast. So get a hold of that. CourseCreatorsHQ.com/podcastCPW. And I'll put the link in the show notes. So it'll be super easy for you to jump over there and sign up and get on the list and then get access. So glad you could join me for this episode today. I hope I've intrigued you, maybe given you some food for thought, one thing that you might want to think about doing in the future. And then let's stay connected. Let's come get on the list because I'm going to be doing some more coaching sessions and some more gifts and giveaways and really, really special offers just to the folks who are checking in. So I hope you will join us and enjoy this new session on ways to sell more of your courses. Thanks so much for listening and being here and listening all to the way to the end. I so appreciate you. You are fantastic. Thank you for being a course creator and putting your life and your wisdom and your brilliance out into the world. We desperately need you. So thank you so much for doing that. Have an incredible week. And I can't wait to connect with you next week on the next episode. Take care.